Alright guys, welcome to the final stage. Stage 5, or as I like to call it, Magicians in Space! Well, I had fun. Anyways, there's kind of a rule in video game land, or especially NES games, where if you are going to have a very short game, maybe 5 or 6 levels long, you are guaranteed to have a very difficult boss. And does this game have one? Abso-freaking-lutely. The problem is, the reason why this boss is difficult is that it has 3 forms. The first form being semi-difficult, you know, seeing as it's the first fight. The second form and the third form is the most difficult of the 3. And seeing as I want to make this as credible as possible, that means I have to do this without save states between bosses or forms. And that also means that if I die during the third or the second or even the first boss, that means I have to do the whole entire fight over again. You could be just one hit away from beating the game, but you die, and you're back to the beginning. So that means for me that if I die, I have to do the whole entire fight over again. But that also means I have to cancel my recording, redo the recording again, say all this crap again, over and over again until I get it right. So, here we go. To the first form. Let's do this. Before we get into this boss's information, I would like to note that none of these boss forms actually come with boss information. So that means all these are made up, they're not official, they're just made in paint. I would also like to note that none of these bosses, except for the final form, actually come with a name. So the names aren't really official, they're just basically made up names that I made up, obviously. With that said, this is Mimu. Her hit points are 90, her strong is 60, her high speed is 20, and her shots are 30. Her specialty attack is Spreader. What I mean by that, it's more like a shotgun attack that you see in Left 4 Dead NES. What I mean is that it fires 3 ways. It goes diagonally upward, and diagonally downward, and it shoots directly straight. It does change, however, depending on where she's standing. If she's standing in the upper floor, it's basically going to come at you downward, meaning that it's going to come diagonally downward, left and right, and basically a middle shot. This boss isn't really that hard, it just only takes a little bit of concentration. You basically just want to position yourself outside from the middle platform, and just basically get ready where she's going to show up. You basically just want to jump through between one of the two openings between the shots. You can land a lot of hits. You mostly want to use charge shots and then start spamming with regular shots. This boss isn't really that hard, but you'll see very later that it might be. Anyways, nothing else can be said, but let's do this. Alright, we're on to the first form. Now, like I said, this first form is not that difficult, it's semi-difficult. The reason behind that is that it's very easy to dodge the shots. You just have to, you know, position yourself right. Or just jump at the right moment. Except for that part. The main difficulty the real difficulty from this first form is where it shows up. Unlike most bosses that kinda do the same thing this one does, this one doesn't have a pattern set positioning. What I mean is that it doesn't have a pattern on where it's going to show up. It just randomly shows up wherever it wants. So the difficulty actually comes from where it shows up, not how it attacks you. But anyways, it's over. This is the Honika clone. Now this is the weakest form of the final boss. The hit points on this boss form is 60, the strong is 30, the high speed is 20, and the shots are 10. Its special attack is using charge shots, and the ball attack. Now, the ball attack is not really that difficult. Why? Because it doesn't even hit you. Why? Because it's on the upper floor, and the only way to get up there is only with broom. So you have no reason to go up there except, just to attack it if you prefer getting attacked by ball. What you really want to do is stay on the outside, on the lower floor, on the outside of the middle platform, and just basically keep your eyes open, and as soon as it shows up, get ready to jump over its charge shot and shoot it. Like I said, this is the easiest form. There is no way you can lose. Or is it? This is the second form. You. Yep, you. Now, you suck. Why? Because you're the easiest form of the three. The reason why is that it only has 2 attacks, ball and charge shots. And ball can only hurt you if you're on the upper platforms. And the only way to get up there is only with broom. So why would you want to get up there? The second thing is that the charge shots, they're pathetic. Why? Because they're very easy to dodge. The only thing you have to worry about is just only making sure you have your eyes open to see where it's coming from. This is Gokuraku, the final form of the final boss. Her hit points are 9,000, her strong is 9,000, her high speed is 9,000, and her shots, well, obviously, it's 1. But really, it's not that tough of a fight, but the real thing that makes this difficult for me, that just makes me want to, is the overpowered, strength that she had, that her one attack has. This boss only has 1 attack. It's basically like the Mecha Dragon fight from Mega Man 2. You're on only 3 platforms and you have to fight a boss without falling or getting hit. Basically her attack is basically shooting fireballs at you. But the problem is that as soon as she's done, she charges them up, but there's no real indication that she's about to shoot it. You just have to pay attention and like maybe count how long it takes for each shot to take, and just get ready to jump over it, because they move really fast. Not only that, I think it takes 4 or 5 energy dots. So that means it can drain your health really quickly. I mean, I'm serious. This final boss is overpowered, and not to mention that it's also very tedious. All I gotta say is, aw, shit. One glitchy intro later, this is the final boss, Gokuruka, in her full form. Now, this is the most difficult. Why? Because its attack is almost difficult to dodge. Why? The way she attacks, it's basically just set. You know, it's not going to change. It's just the same attack over and over. But it's only difficult because you have to time yourself perfectly. Because if you're 1 second off, it's going to hit you. Another thing is that seeing as its weak point keeps teleporting away, sometimes you might accidentally jump up because you were about to attack it, but the hit point just moves to a different spot and makes it more difficult to attack. Luckily for me, I'm having an actual good run of this, so I might actually defeat this boss very easily. Nothing else can be said about her, but, you know, let's do this. In fact, we just did it! Goodbye. And that was Magical Doropie. I hope you guys actually like this Let's Play, cause except for part 4 and 5, you know, taking so long, you know, it kind of felt like it was getting in my way when I was busy trying to get the other Let's Plays ready. I actually really enjoyed this game. I mean, yeah, it is a Mega Man ripoff, but it's a good Mega Man ripoff. I mean, it's basically if Mega Man 10, no wait, Mega Man 9 or 10, depending on which one you think is more difficult, and you set it on basically very hard or superhero hard or whatever, and just basically made it, you know, 5 levels shorter. So, yeah, it's not that, it's a very good game, and I hope you guys check it out. I mean, it's not a game to own, kind of like Mega Man 9 or 10, but it is a game to check out, you know, to see how good and very broken it is. This is one of those games where its brokenness actually works in its favor. Anyways, I can't really say anything more, but there we go, Magical Doropie. And also, I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play, and also I hope you guys didn't mind about the whole entire, you know, story change of adding my own character into it. Because if you do, let me know, because, you know, I'm not going to stop doing it, but I would at least know if you guys don't enjoy it, like how I put Mariko in Journey to Silius or Honoka in this game. Because if you don't like it, just tell me, you know, I'll make sure that I just don't do this all the time. Granted, I wasn't going to do this all the time, it's just only, you know, I just look at the game, see that it doesn't have that much of a storyline, so I just made one. Anyways, you know, let me know if you guys like this whole entire making my own cutscenes, you know, adding my own thoughts on the game and such, and even my own, you know, characters that I've made from my own mind. You know, putting them in a game scenario and such. Because I actually like doing it. It gives me a little bit of creativity to work with. Because I'm a very creative person. I draw a lot, I make stories up and such. So, yeah. Expect the next Let's Play to come, and expect the trailer for the next 2 Let's Plays I'm going to be working on, very soon. And these 2 games are really, really good, and I hope you guys actually enjoy those Let's Plays. So, until then, see you guys later. I'm White Darkness, and I don't know, waffles. See you guys later.